How is it going, Susie Quattro, with your career these days?
Great. What am I doing now? I'm in my 11th year of radio now on the Radio 2, BBC Radio 2, which is like the biggest station in the world. It goes around the world. Let me see. Jeez, I released my last album 2 years ago, Back to the Drive on EMI. That was worldwide. My autobiography came out a year and a half ago. It's called Unzipped. You can get that anywhere. And I'm now working on a new album going right back to the basics with Mike Chapman.
So going back to the basics, you're going to go more to that rock sound again?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to where I began.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
I'm sure the people would really love that, I'm sure.
I think so.
So you sold a lot of millions of albums in the past.
50 million.
So it's 50 million now?
Yep.
That's a big number.
That's a big number.
When did you realize that your first million came?
Oh, God, what was the first million was the single Can the Can. That did 2.5 million around the world, just that single.
So basically earlier in your career you had a big, huge single.
Well, not earlier in my career because I started at 14 and I had my first big number one hit at the age of 23. So I had a 9-year apprenticeship.
Right, but I mean as your solo artist, on vinyl and stuff like that.
Yeah, I came over to England in 71 and I had my first hit in 73.
I've seen that you toured with Alice Cooper in those days. How was that, Susie Quattro and Alice Cooper group playing?
Well, we're very old friends. We knew each other from Detroit days. And he invited me to be special guest on his Welcome to My Nightmare tour, which was 75 shows, and we had done a further 15 at the beginning before we even joined the tour. So we were gone for most of the year. It was great because I saw all my old friends from Detroit. It was fantastic. We did 2 flights a day on a little turboprop, and it was great. I really, really enjoyed it.
And did you learn anything from touring with that type of stage act at that time, which Alice Cooper was doing some pretty intense stuff?
No, that wasn't my type of show. I'm not.
It never occurred that you should go in that direction.
No, never. No, that's not what I do. I'm a straight-out rock and roll entertainer, and I wouldn't do the kind of show that Alice does. That's his thing. That's not mine. He does it very good, yeah.
Because he just released a new album. Everything's going good with him too. He's doing a world tour.
I know. I just met up with him just a few months ago in Germany.
Your Naked Under Leather documentary there, is that released yet in Canada?
Not yet. It's been taking a bit of time, unfortunately. They're just, first of all, we were nearly ready, and then when the book came out, it just had so much publicity that we decided to just let the publicity for that die down a little bit, which we've done now. And it's now in editing, sound editing. So it should be soon.
Looking forward to see that. And I'm sure all the old Susie Quattro fans will love that also.
Yes. She's done a very good job, Vicky Blue.
So type of venues you doing nowadays as a musician?
I do lots and lots of big festivals all over. I do big theaters. I do big festivals. In Germany, I'm playing all the biggest outdoor arenas. Mainly stuff like that. Theaters, festivals, and arenas. And the arenas are usually with other people, but I usually headline. That's
good. Who you been playing with lately?
Oh, my God. Now I have to try to remember. It's not going to come. I can't think right now of who I've been playing. It's so many people. The big shows. And my husband does a lot of them, and he gets acts from the 60s and 70s and puts them together. When I go to places like Australia, that I just play on my own.
Going back to your career as a bassist, who's your inspiration to pick up the bass in the first place?
That was probably Jameson from Motown. That was my idol.
And you never...
Absolutely. I cut my teeth on him. He played in the Funk Brothers. He did all the early Motown records. And then after I started playing, the guy that took me up the next notch was the guy from Canned Heat, who did... He did the first time I ever saw a bass solo live on stage, and I incorporated it into my act after that. So he had a big influence, too. But definitely Jameson and the guy from Canned Heat.
It never hit you that you want to play guitar or drums?
No. In fact, that's funny because I always say I was never a failed guitar player gone on to bass. That wasn't me. I did start off years ago when I was a child on the bongo drums, and then I played piano for quite some time. I learned piano. I learned percussion, and then at 14 I picked up the bass. It was just the right instrument for me, definitely. As soon as I strapped it on, it felt like home.
Then you're a pure bassist.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's good. Then all of a sudden you picked up the acting career.
Yeah, that was Happy Days was my first one.
And did a lot of people recognize you when you were on Happy Days in those days?
Oh, God, yeah.
And
it's so funny because anywhere else in the world, I've had so many hits and everything. In America, I had more album success than single success.
Right.
I had 1 million seller with Stumbling In. But people know me all around the world as a rock and roll musician singer. And then when I come to America, they say, "Oh, there's Leather Tuscadero,"
yeah.
which is so funny. But it was a great show to do. I'm really glad I did it. It gave me a new lease of life, and it was something I wanted to try, and I really enjoyed it. And I kept friends with everybody.
So you've had a successful career, and you're happy that it all rolled out.
Absolutely, and I'm still going strong, and not ready to stop shaking my ass yet. Not for a long time.
Well, I hope not. You still got a lot of stuff to do, I'm sure, in music.
Absolutely.
Are we going to see reissues of your older stuff?
I don't know. They're bugging me to do a box set, which I might do because there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been released. But right now, I'm concentrating on this new album with Mike. He might redo one of the old ones. I'm not sure. He just might.
Mm-hmm. I would think a box set would do justice,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go on. The early stuff I did with Mickey Most that never came out. So I'm always being bugged. That will probably be after this new album with Mike. That will be my next project. I'll have to put it all together.
Well, that's good. It would be a project to do, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Maybe the videos collection also, the live performance.
Yeah, there's going to be some of the stuff in the Naked Under Leather. But, there is projects to do, But I just want to get this album with Mike out of the way first.
When you think you're coming back to the United States of America to play? In Canada?
Oh, God, I want to come back there really bad. In fact, that's in Mike Chapman's plan. He thinks that when this album is done and comes out that I will be touring America. He's got it all in his game plan.
Oh.
This is how he sees it.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Because it's been a little while since, I think.
It has been.
How long would it have been?
Oh, 1981?
1981. Well, I think it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time. But like I said, Mike wants the album to come out, and then he wants me to tour. He's got it all worked out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he does, and we'll be looking forward to that. Oh yeah, that's great. Well, 50 million records, still doing great, and you're coming to America soon. That's excellent.
Absolutely.
Anything else you'd like to add for your summer projects?
I think that's about it. I think we covered everything.
You ain't got no special project for the summer, or this is just when it comes, it comes?
I'm doing I just signed up for another 50 shows on the radio. That takes a lot of time, and festival season starts soon, and I'm going to Australia again in September. That's my 27th tour there.
Wow.
So everything's rolling along. I'm good.
Well, I wish you huge success, Sil, and it's been a super pleasure talking with you.
My pleasure.
You have a great one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.
We'll be pushing your music still on the radio.
Great. Fantastic.
Have a good day.
Hope to see you when I'm on tour.
For sure. See ya.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.